Lots of interesting numbers here. First of all, there's no way I know or can be in a position to know whether or not this represents the actual vote in the Dutch election. Okay, we are presented with figures that most of us accept. Whether we're correct in making the acceptance is a matter, because most of us don't know sufficient numbers of. Only the people who count the votes know whether or not these figures are correct, right? So first of all, there is a possibility that these figures are false. That's something we need to accept as a possibility. The second thing is there's something very dodgy about these numbers, because whenever you see an agenda-driven story, because it's quite obvious that the EU wanted the status quo to be maintained. In other words, the parties that created the mess in Holland are going to carry on in power. I mean, if you keep on voting for the same failed people, you will keep on getting the same failed result. Unless, of course, failure is what the agenda is. My guess is that the Netherlands, just like Sweden or Germany or Britain, they never wanted us to succeed. They always wanted us to present us with a fait accompli, to change our way of life and to make our countries unrecognizable, which is why all the ruling parties throughout Europe are controlled by pro-immigration, pro-globalization, pro-agenda politicians. In Austria and even in Switzerland, even when there's a so-called close result, there's always the position is always maintain the status quo, right? So we have a party called VVD. It's got 33 seats. Please note, 33 seats, 33 seats. And there are 3.3 thousand shares, so we're told. It's another 33. So, and also this word populism, it's a meaningless word, because theoretically the most populist party in the Netherlands presumably is the VVD party, right? Wrong kind of populism. What do you mean the wrong kind of populism? Well, I mean, Wilders is himself controlled opposition. He's got very strong links to the Israelis, and he doesn't seem to recognize who's driving mass immigration. We're not even allowed to mention it. In fact, I've had problems in London when I've mentioned the fact that I'm not fond of the EU, and East European immigrants who've only been here a short while, they get upset with me as if I haven't got the right to say that. Aren't I? I mean, hang on a minute. Am I going to be told in my own country where I was born that I am obliged to accept open borders and that everyone from anywhere in the EU is allowed to come and live here? I think I'm entitled to mention it. I don't think it's, not being impolite, but I think we should be allowed to have our own opinion about it. So, first of all, there's a very strong chance that this election has been faked. Secondly, Geert Wilders is anyway a controlled opposition figure. He's the Alex Jones of Dutch politics. Yes, he talks about Muslims a lot, but he doesn't seem to realise who's behind the Islamic immigration. Furthermore, it's not just Muslim immigration that's a problem. The fact is that immigration from any location is a problem, especially when you live in a very densely populated island. We have lots of issues. Even hard-working people will eventually get old, require medical help, have children who need to be educated, and require resources. Okay? There's a big depopulation in Eastern Europe where countries with good agriculture and plenty of land are sending their citizens over to live in our country, which is very highly overpopulated. Right. Is that the 666? Looks like it to me. I don't understand why. And the D66. Is that a party? D66. 33 seats. 33 seats and 3.3k shares. So lots of magic numbers here. And plenty of congratulations from all the failed politicians in Europe. It's believed that Rutte took the lead because of his tough stance during the Dutch government's recent row with Turkey. Okay, a fake event, right? A fake event designed to make him appear more popular, or at least to give a pretext as to why the gap narrowed or something. Right, I don't believe it. My guess is that probably the Muslim Erdogan was asked by the Dutch government to create a fake issue so that the Dutch Prime Minister could become more popular. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have... Who are these morons? Do they even know who he is? Perhaps they were told it was Justin Bieber's father or something. These children don't even appear to be waving at him. Look, they're waving. They're doing Nazi salutes. They're actually waving at somebody over there. Look, probably there's somebody dressed as a tiger or something, which you can't see. God, where's the lone gunman when you need one? Well, the fact is that by the time the Dutch wake up and get a decent result, it'll be too late. The Netherlands has also become a 3.3033. I'm sure Rutte is a Mason. I think it's too late for the Netherlands. The Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Britain. We've all left it so late that we can't possibly change things now. The Pandora's box has been opened. The horse has fled the stable. And now I'm afraid things are going to play out. But there's no doubt about it. The intention of the globalists is to create chaos in our society. There will be an absolute breakdown of law and order sooner or later. The economy will tank. There will be massive unemployment. There will be a breakdown in our social services. And at that point, the shit will hit the fan and it will be every man for himself. And this is what's planned. This is what they want. This was always the agenda. And the public have let it happen because the public have never shown sufficient interest in the world around them. Your stupidity means that people like Theresa May and Mark Rutte and Angela Merkel and Juncker and Hollande and all these other complete and utter arseholes are in control. We're supposed to have democracy, but we all kind of know, don't we, that it's a rigged game.